Hey, neighbors, got a minute? So last Sunday, I was teaching out of Acts chapter 24, and I kind of summed the whole sermon up in this statement: convenient conviction. And it was based in that chapter where we find Paul being chased down by some Jews who were trying to convict him of a sin that, quite honestly, he had not committed. The chapter ends with Paul talking to Felix and Drusilla about Jesus and the way of Jesus. And he was talking about things like righteousness and self-control. And it appears that when he talked about those things, Felix had no more interest in listening. And he said he would come back when it was more convenient. And we talked about how it's so much easier to convict others of sin, to call out the sin in others, than it is to take responsibility for our own or to have self-conviction. But after the service, a good friend of mine approached and he said, but how then do we take a stand against this culture that has become so offensive and, quite honestly, so counter to the way of Jesus? And we ended up meeting again later this week to talk more about it because it's an important question. And here's where we landed. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 22 to 26. These are the words of Paul. So let's end the video with these bits of instruction about how do we stand up to a culture that is so not Christian. Flee the evil desires of youth and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace, along with those who call on the Lord out of a pure heart. Don't have anything to do with foolish and stupid arguments, because you know they produce quarrels. And the Lord's servant must not quarrel. Instead, he must be kind to everyone, able to teach, not resentful. Those who oppose him, he must gently instruct in the hope that God will grant them repentance, leading them to a knowledge of the truth, and that they will come to their senses and escape from the trap of the devil who has taken them captive to do his will. Brothers and sisters, it seems to me that we are being instructed to not create more evil in our pushing against it. And leave it to the Lord to straighten it all out. Be a good listener. As James said, the brother Jesus said, be slow to speak, quick to listen, and slow to become angry. Let's try that more and more this week and in the weeks to come. This coming Sunday, can't wait to be with you. It is a communion Sunday. We'll gather around the table together, and then we're going to hear a great sermon from Thomas Lake. Hope that you'll all plan to be there as we dive into Acts chapter 25. See you then. Love y'all.